the young lady behind you, are you in control of your own life?
I would say, because you're asking the question, I would say no, I'm not. If anyone else was asking me the question, I would have a different answer. 1,000%.
What answer would you have?
I would say yes. I think that we live in a society where we're told that we better be in control of things. Otherwise, we're going to be homeless underneath a bridge. Everything's going to fall apart. We're going to live a horrible life. So we attach ourselves to that idea. I have.
And which one do you believe now? Which one can you see for yourself is true?
I can see for myself that I don't have control, but make no mistake, it's not because I don't try. It's funny because I couldn't remember the biblical question, and I thought to myself, when does he even ask the biblical question? Which is why I know that it's hard for me to stay present sometimes when I'm here, because I miss a lot.
Yeah.
But before I even knew that that was the question, I was thinking to myself, have I had a life? I've had a life, but it's been really hard this week because of control. Before I even knew that was a biblical question, I was saying it's hard to let go of control of everything.
Yeah.
Like all the things that keep, I don't know about anybody else, but keeps me safe. My emotions, my ability to call my friends and just talk about nothing aimlessly, to fill in the spaces. I like filling in spaces.
Yeah.
And that's part of control. So it's not easy.
Right. And knowing now that it doesn't work, because you said you've been trying to do it all your life,
Yeah.
it never worked, and it never will work. Why not just let go?
Because you think to yourself, well, what will I do with all this time and all this energy? You think to yourself, like, what would you do with all the time if you weren't doing that?
And who is telling you that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Because honestly, I don't know. I just feel like attached, maybe my idea of God is skewed.
It is.
Because I think God is saying, I gave you all these abilities and all that, your arms, your legs, your life. You should be doing so much with it. You should be impacting people. You should be impacting spaces. I don't know. It's a busy, busy world in my world. I'm staying busy, being busy. So
That's the problem with all human beings.
yeah.
Is busy in their world. And they're miserable, they're running over each other, they are wasting a lot of time trying not to waste time. And the devil tells them, well, what would you do if you were not busy? What would happen to you if you didn't have an identity? And they are constantly wishing for the devil to try to fulfill that.
Yeah, but that's still an actual question. It's what would you do with all the time if you weren't busy being busy? That's
a really good question. And so the young man next to you want to answer, but I want to ask you first, what do you do, what do you think will happen with all your time if you wasn't busy?
Honestly, I feel like I would start becoming dumb and couldn't do things. I don't know. I just think I would be reverting into some space where I just wasn't capable of things.
And what's wrong with becoming dumb and couldn't do things?
That sounds awful.
In what way? Being smart is not working. Being smart and doing things is not working, right? What's wrong with becoming dumb and doing nothing?
Because I don't want to be anyone's burden. I don't want to not be capable of taking care of the things that God has entrusted me to take care of.
Oh, you think that being dumb and doing nothing would stop you from doing the physical things you need to do?
I don't know. I guess I attached the two. I didn't even notice that there was a distinct difference.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
You like discovering there are two worlds?
I am discovering that.
What is it like discovering that for you?
Okay, for me, I feel like the battle is begun because now I feel I can see that there is a place that I'm in that I've created or that I struggle with, and then there's another place.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it's hard was today. I think when I first came here, I would say my only, moniker was, it's a lot. And now it's kind of progressed into, it's hard, so.
And what's hard about it?
I don't want to let it go. I worked hard to build this life. I worked hard to put all this time and energy and idea into all of this. That's the control. Again, going back to control. I don't want to let it go. I've spent my whole life building this thing. So.
And so you don't want to let your hair go.
I do though. That's that's the craziest part.
You do and you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting, huh?
And scary because I know what I want, but I don't know if I'm capable of doing what it takes to get it. And that's what's scary.
You're not capable at all. It ain't gonna happen.
Got it.
That make sense?
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I don't feel anything. I get sad.
You get sad?
I do. I don't know why.
That you're not gonna be able to make it happen? Makes you sad?
Yeah. Because again, it's the whole control thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, it feels, in my mind, it feels good to have some kind of control.
But yet you've never had control.
Yeah, but I'm not an anomaly. I'm not an alien. Like, there's a lot of people that think like me.
Everybody think that way.
Okay.
Not just you.
Okay.
Every human being, all the way from Israel to our country to America, every human being think that way.
Okay.
There's not one.
Okay.
There are a handful now that are waking up to it and overcoming it, but every human being think that way. That's why they're suffering.
Yeah.
And yet they won't let go.
Yeah.
What a mess, huh?
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
No. Well, if you stay on this path, you think it's hard now, you haven't seen it hard yet. It's gonna get worse. It's interesting, if you stay on this path, it's gonna get worse. If you get off, it's gonna get worse. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Has anybody ever told you that there's certain things that that you shouldn't say?
Like what?
Like just that. That's scarier. I don't know. I appreciate, I think there's a lot of people that appreciate the fact that you were able to cut through a lot and say certain things, but sometimes the things that you say kind of can be pretty scary.
Be scary?
A little bit.
What's scary about that?
That it's going to get worse?
Yes.
If you know it's going to get worse beforehand, why would you go?
Would you rather not know?
I don't know. Probably not.
You'd rather not know?
No, I probably would want to know.
You want to know? So knowing now that the beauty about your situation is that now that you know, you're not going to be able to go back anyway. Because you really want it.
Yeah.
And you're honest about it with yourself. You're scared, you're sad, you can't control it, yet you want to. You don't lie to yourself like most people do.
Yeah.
About that. But there's nothing for you to go back to anyway. Because everything you've seen already doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
So just keep on that path, be sad, let the tears come and go, be scared, and let it happen.
Okay.
Really. But you haven't seen hell yet. It's going to be knocking at your door.
Okay.
And just shaking your boots and let it happen.
Got it.
All right?